Okay, so on today's episode, we're going to be navigating self judgment and external judgment, a little bit about how they're affecting our self worth, and also give some practical tips and maybe some tricks to be able to refer to help you through this. A world where judgment is inevitable, understanding the detrimental impact of both self-judgment and external judgment is critical for preserving your self-worth. Okay, so self-judgment. Self-judgment can be a heavy burden, undermining our confidence and hindering personal growth. It often stems from unrealistic expectations and comparisons, caring what other people think. Acknowledging these patterns is the first step toward breaking free from the cycle of negative self-talk. And we talk about that a lot, and remember, using that thought pattern interruption. We'll talk a little bit more about that. The fear of being judged may lead to conformity and stifling one's individuality and your authenticity. Recognizing that external opinions do not define our value is essential to maintaining a healthy self-image. So we asked a question on Instagram, how do you handle judgment? We got a ton of responses as usual, so grateful for the community participating. And so we're just going to kind of go through some of these, just to kind of give you a sampling of how you guys feel about it, coming from others as well as the self-judgment of yourself. Paul, you want to kind of, once you roll through some of these, and we'll maybe address them here and there, and then we'll get into giving some practical tips and some tricks on how to handle the judgment, whether it be self or external.
Yeah, so like you said, there's a lot of responses, and I was kind of reading through some of them when you were doing the intro there. So I'll start. There's two that seem to be coming up a lot, and they're both really short. And my gut says you're going to agree with at least the top one. By far, the most answered response that I see here is just ignore it. So
yes, there's a lot of ignorance. That's the number one thing is getting in that mindset where, again, you're not listening to other people's opinions, their judgments, unsolicited advice. That is where we start, again, taking away from ourselves by caring more about what others have to say and how others think we should live and operate our lives more than our own. So ignoring it is absolutely great advice.
So that was the number one response that I saw. The second most frequent response I see in here going over it is maybe the less healthy of the top two. And it just says not well. And it says not well. I internalize it and let it loop in my head over and over. So, but some variation on that, not well, is also came up a lot from multiple people.
It's a struggle. Look, especially if you're really new to doing some work and understanding why you care so much about what others think and where it comes from. The overthinking gets kicked in when anybody has something negative to say about you, or you hear something that maybe was negatively said about you. Again, your mind just goes into, well, what's going on? Why? There's a lot of reaction, sometimes defensiveness. And when we have to have in our mind to remember it's that person is not you. Those people that are making judgments on you are usually placing that judgment because it triggers something in them about them. And it most of the time has nothing to do with you. So it's tough. And that's why we're doing this is, again, we're going to give some more tips besides ignoring it, some ways to practically get into a mindset where that becomes easy, where that's just second nature, where you can block it out and not listen to it.